The World Cup has come to a dramatic end. With its end comes a heightened appreciation for soccer in this country. And of course, the release of several soccer games to contribute to our soccer-filled states of mind. Keeping pace with the World Cup and Soccer Mania, Condor Software and iMotion have just released Planet Soccer.
How very true. Soccer mania is at its peak, and a host of soccer games are here to keep the soccer obsession alive. Planet Soccer delivers a host of options and realism factors that make for a good, solid soccer game.
Planet Soccer is a very thorough game in many different aspects. For example, right from the start you can choose from a few selected languages, a nice international gesture. From there you can select different field conditions, select and customize teams with real players, and Planet Soccer is updated with the newest FIFA rules.
All of that is great, and I do appreciate that real players are included, but let's get to the point. Everyone wants to know, is the game fun, and is it worth playing?
Well, to answer that question very simply, yes, it is worth playing. The game itself is quite nice just to watch.
I must agree the game is a step ahead graphically speaking. Planet Soccer has very fluid motion and looks very much like watching a real soccer game. The view of the field was both interesting and hindering. It's nice to have the ability to see the entire playing field, but at times it can be difficult.
Difficult it can be, especially when the opponent is coming at you. I find the first-person view of the playing field impressive, but it isn't the best view from a playing perspective. The player motion was decent in general, but the goalie movement was excellent.
The goalie movement was truly amazing. Diving for the ball, the goalie was a sight to see. The only time this graphic wonder wasn't welcome was when the computer opponent was on a roll and kept continuously firing shot after shot at my goal. The goalie is great, but he really got a workout.
Well, not everybody had the same problem with their goalie being overworked. Besides, that isn't anything a little defense can't cure. Controlling the players was not fully natural. To put it plainly, perfect player control takes time and practice, but it is time well spent. Planet Soccer has several features making for a good all-around game. Each player has 5 changeable parameters, so you can give your guys a little more muscle. You can play a real World Cup tournament, or you can create your own by customizing the original. You can also determine whether the goalie is computer or manually controlled.
Additionally, you can play or manage a team, play against a friend, or perform many moves from the game of soccer. Oh, by the way, remember the availability of manual or computer goalie control? I suggest the computer as opposed to the manual. The computer is good, and that's big help in winning the game.
If you go into Planet Soccer with an open mind and not expecting to win your first game, you will probably enjoy it. Seriously, don't expect to win your first game. And be loyal to your country by playing your home team, even if they're not the #1 rated team. After all, it is the patriotic thing to do.
Patriotism isn't high on most gamers' priority lists, including mine. If you want to win, I don't see anything wrong with picking one of the top teams to play as.
Sorry, but I can't agree with you there. If your country's team is not strong enough for your liking, simply boost the player ratings if you must. Don't be unfaithful. Now, with that little detail out of the way, we can get back on track. Before you play, you're presented with several different player formations. You get everything from the classic 4-4-2 to the 4-3-3, including attack and defend options.
You can switch the side of the field that you play first and second half, change the weather, there's nothing like a nice dry field, and switch the wind on or off. You can even take a peek at the opposition's team lineup, a good idea in that you can determine the best player and then attempt to contain him. Planet Soccer has lots to offer, especially if you're a soccer fan. The interface is very nice, and the real team players is always a worthwhile addition to any sports game. In all, 30 teams are included, the 24 teams that qualified for the Cup and 6 other contenders.
As the player, you will face several real game situations, such as corner kicks, free kicks, throw-ins, and slide tackles. And when the game goes the full distance, or another such reason, you will be placed in penalty kick situations. You may even receive a yellow or red card. You better get ready, but not nervous.